Alright, hey guys, welcome back. We're getting ready to jump back into our Torchbearer game, where we're getting beset by wolves because of a failed roll. Yay.
Spoilers.
My God.
Also, spoilers, the straw poll results are in, and we're going with goat again for the second week, so more goats. So
I warned you about this, Eric.
I know.
You should choose other animals that are similarly delicious.
Yep, that's the selection criteria.
Yeah. Delicious animals.
Chad, you're predictable.
Yep, okay. That's fair. I wanted to see if it was true for 2 weeks, so thank you. Okay, so yeah. You hear the sounds of howls as you guys continue walking up through the this rocky hills and escarpments, and all of a sudden, then you guys get up and the howls kind of cease, and you see in front of you a towering timber wolf, and all of a sudden behind you see a couple of its friends and buddies. What do you guys do?
First, I crap my pants, and then I think that's about it. I lay down. Wow. Like, geez, a towering timber wolf. Could you define how towering it is?
Oh yeah, well it's kind of in the distance ahead of you. Have you guys seen Fantastic Mr. Fox?
No.
Okay. So there's a wolf. So I mean, from your perspective, it's a normal wolf size. It's just a tower. It's towering above you guys on top of like a hill, kind of looking down at you guys.
Okay.
It's more of like the silhouette of the wolf than seeing its actual, like, you know, fur and fangs and stuff. Just there's the shape of the wolf, its bushiness of its neck, and like the long bushy part of its tail, and then you see it like do like the howl thing, and behind you guys you hear the close howls and the snarls of teeth as the wolves kind of start surrounding you, growling.
Like, I look to my friends and I say, I miss like the sounds of these land whales. And I drop my sack and I pull out my flail and I raise my shield.
I ready my warhammer, and I drop the sack that I'm holding in my other hand.
What time of day is it?
It's around midday.
Midday. Damn.
Yes.
They're active.
Yes. Yeah. Weird, right? I wonder what's going on at night. We'll see.
Yeah. Looking at my skills. Think it's just it's time to drive them off, I think.
I have a thought. So we're not like immediately attacked by wolves right now. Yeah.
No.
Cool. So I want to bust out one of my oil flasks, and using my knowledge of alchemy, I want to try to just like make a little like scary fire thing with it, like either something that I can throw or even just something where I can just like light this like intense, scary, like loud fire.
So, are you like making a Molotov cocktail or what?
Something kind of like that, maybe. Yeah.
Your intention right now is to craft some kind of supplies for you right now for this next thing.
Or, yeah, I just like bust out a little oil flask, and I'm like, okay, if I throw in a little bit of this, and then like light this rag,
throw it, or when you throw it, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to scare the wolves away?
Yeah, this is mostly about making something that will scare the wolves with fire and noise, using some like flasks of oil. Is this a reasonable thing for me to want to do?
It sounds interesting. I'm having trouble coming up how it could be mechanically interpreted.
I mean, like, if we enter into a conflict where we're trying to drive
it sounds like it would be a weapon. It'd be a drive-off conflict. It'd be like an improvisational weapon.
Yeah. Or like give us a bonus to...
Yeah.
Like a...
Yeah, it sounds like you're...
effective but one-use weapon in a drive-off conflict?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you want to do a quick alchemist test for that?
Yeah.
Ob 1?
Great.
Did we reduce our grind for the...
Yeah, just did.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So I am testing alchemy. And my skill is at 2, and I need 1 success. I'm doing something wrong with your macro, Eric.
Are you putting a plus in there somewhere?
There we go. I need to just put a 0 in for help, and then it works.
Yeah.
It just wants a number. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So I sense he like sets their pack down, pulls open the flap, and like digs in it for a bit while like muttering curses and just like
Yeah. Okay.
try it.
At this time, I dropped the bloody backpack on the ground because I really don't want to be wearing that in a wolf fight.
Yeah.
So
So here's
in the center of us, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna like defend our stuff.
We're gonna defend our bloody black back.
yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. Oh, I got that. So okay, so here's what's going to happen then. You guys have to declare whether or not you're holding your packs or you're putting them. So each of us, and then we're gonna start our conflict. We're gonna determine who the conflict captain is. We're gonna give us the cards and kind of do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I drop my sack
Yeah.
on the ground, so it's got some thieves' tools in it. Whatever. I'm not
Sure.
worried about that.
I kind of feel like this conflict is turning into us like putting all our stuff together in the middle, and then like we're defending our stuff against the attacking wolves, and we're trying to like stand our ground and make them run away.
Yeah, very much
And
so.
if we
Make it so
screw
it's
up
not
again-
worth it, essentially. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I dig
If we
that.
screw up again, we're gonna be short our brand new pack and all of our meat that we just
Yeah,
bought.
I mean we've all seen. Well, yeah. Welcome. This second hour is going to be inspired heavily, I guess, by the Gray. I don't know. All right, so let's do this. So we need a conflict captain from you guys, and it definitely seems like we're all kind of coalescing and conforming on a drive-off conflict, right?
Yeah. Which
Definitely drive off.
uses fighter, right?
I'd have to look at it, but I think so.
I mean, Ermintrude is our most efficient fighter.
Somehow.
Yep. Somehow.
Let's see. Intent. Drive off. Roll. Fighter.
There you go.
Yep.
Kill. Drive off as fighter. Yeah, it's the same as kill. Perfect. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to establish what's at stake, because we've already now chosen that this is going to be a conflict. Okay, Ermintrude, you're going to be the captain, and then we're going to determine our disposition. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so
So
drive off. What's the goal that you guys want of this conflict?
we want the wolves to be scared away from us and not make any attempt at eating us or our meat.
Okay.
Is that accurate, team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to get them to go away. Leave
Yep.
us alone.
Okay. And I think the wolves want at your meat, but I think they're not against the idea of going after you guys too, especially the weakest ones, the one that won't fight back. So they're gonna go after you as well. Well, not specifically targeting you, but
But we are not putting our lives at stake because we have not chosen
exactly.
to kill.
Exactly. But what I'm basically getting at is that like injury would be on the table here, like injured would be.
Or being driven off from our shit again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, they want your shit all the time. So
I just, I'll take it.
yeah,
I
so
stop.
we're gonna start with you guys kind of forming like a triangle around your guys' goods, as the wolves kind of start patrolling around, snarling. Okay, let's calculate our dispositions.
Right.
So remember how to do this.
No. We did it the once.
No problem. Yeah, no problem. So the first thing we're gonna do, you add two numbers together, and one of them is gonna be the number of successes you get on a die roll, and you're gonna be adding that to the ability, the root ability of what's going on here. So it's a drive-off conflict. It's gonna be health, and because you're the captain, you're gonna be adding it to your own health.
Okay.
So you're gonna be rolling, because this is a drive-off conflict. This is going to be a fighter test. In addition, you can be adding a couple things to this. One, the number of people helping you.
Okay.
So and then you're going to be rolling that number. And
All right,
adding that
so-
number to your health score.
Okay, so I'm doing a fighter test. My fighter is at 3. I have 2 helpers.
And
Yeah.
we are
I can't help, I don't have
Yeah.
fighters.
Oh,
Juhani in chat brings up a really good point too. This is also at stake. Someone can be captured in this conflict. Getting dragged off into the woods is at stake.
okay. Great.
Sounds delightful.
Yes.
So I have 1 helper because I sense he doesn't have fighter.
Yep. He's just hanging back, ready to hold some doors.
That I sense. Okay. And the ob is 0.
Yes.
Okay. So I add that to my health, which is 5, making our disposition 6.
Once again.
We are doomed.
Once again.
Rip. Yeah. Okay. And let's see. For my wolves here, they have Might 2, Nature 3. So, and their drive-off conflict then would be 5. And then 2 people are helping them. Okay, so it's...
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Are we on the same order of might as them?
No. You're at a higher order of might.
Okay, so we
Really?
should get +1 success on that roll just now. Is that how that works?
I don't think... Not for dispositions.
Okay, it's just for other rolls during the
Yes.
conflict. Okay.
We're at a higher order of might than the wolves.
Yes.
It actually surprises me.
1...
Well,
you're-
they're
what
not
was-
armed.
Ermintrude, what was the total number? 5 or 6? It was 6, right?
6 total.
Thank you.
I'm
6.
also declaring I'm using my warhammer for my weapon.
Yeah, the next thing is everyone else will say what weapons they're holding in their hands right now for this round, for this volley.
Okay.
Okay. Not necessarily the order or what move you want to do first, just what weapon you're
the
equipped with
weapon.
right now. All right, and my disposition then is 7. All right, Ermintrude, I think you have enough cards to play right now, and I do too. So what weapons are you guys equipped with?
A flail.
Hammer.
And I have my little like explosive cocktail.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, wait. Yeah. Yeah, you don't get might for disposition. Thank you. Okay. So now it will be my turn to first go ahead and start scripting some moves. Okay.
All right. So, do we think that these wolves are smart enough to maneuver first?
Oh, I have to say my own weapons too. So the wolves are equipped with these weapons. They are ancient hunters. They know this land well. One of them has ancient hunters, and 2 of them have crushing jaws.
And what's the total number?
There's 3. There's 3 wolves.
Okay.
The one with ancient hunters doesn't have crushing jaws.
Well, I have to declare what weapons they are equipped with
Got it.
in this valley, and there's 3 of them, and those are the weapons that are equipped.
Oh, so like the weapons that they have equipped in this current volley is 2 crushing jaws and 1 ancient hunters.
Yes.
That might tell us something, team.
Yes. And now you must determine.
All right. And so for my little cocktail of fiery explosiveness, what are we saying the qualities of this weapon are for drive off?
Oh, it's a +1. It's +1 die to. I would say attack and feint.
Okay.
Because I feel like throwing fire is a very direct thing. I don't think it would help you with necessarily maneuver. I was thinking about it would be whether it's maneuver, but I think it's probably more attack and feint. So let's just say that it's an improvised weapon that gives you +1 a die to either attack or feint, and it gets consumed.
Yeah, make it one use.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it eats your oil, obviously.
So I'm going to be using that.
And my flail gives me, -1 die to defend and +1 to feint.
And Warhammer gives me -1 to defend, +1 to attack. So, I am of the opinion that wolves are highly likely to maneuver.
I would also think so. But I'm not sure if our GM also agrees. The question is, would they maneuver first? Let's see. Hang on. I was just looking at the action
table. There we go.
Sorry.
So attack versus maneuver is a versus test, so it's legit. It makes their maneuver worse if we attack against it.
Yeah.
If we feint against a maneuver, it's an independent test.
So
that would be what we would ideally want to do, I think, because we can just get some damage in.
True. The question is, will they start with a maneuver or a feint? Because if they're like intelligent wolves, they might try to like have one of them fake attack us while another one comes
draw us out.
Yeah. So
Well,
then
why don't we start with an attack? Because that makes us most safe against an attack or a feint. Because if they attack on their first round, it makes us most safe against like attack or maneuver. Because if they attack on their first round, we don't want to feint. But if they maneuver, cool, we get to do a versus test. If they feint on their first round, we just trump it by having an attack.
Okay, that sounds good to me. I feel like we also need to split up disposition. Is that a thing we're supposed to do?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now, actually.
So like 2, 2, and 2?
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. But I typically wait a little bit until you guys determine the order, because then I write the disposition in that order as well.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But that's a good thing to say too.
So we are attacking first.
Yeah, and can I go first?
Okay.
'Cause I think I would just be really quick to.
Yeah, just throw down that fire.
And for folks in TV land watching, what an attack means in a drive off conflict is an attack always means the direct course to what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to drive them off, attacking means you're actively driving them off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I sense the attacks first.
What do we think they're gonna do next? Like if they attack first or feint first, what would they do next? Would they maneuver?
I think a maneuver seems like a likely first or second pick for them.
Should I go second and feint? Because isn't that
It's
versus
so
maneuver?
high risk. It's so high risk, Stephen.
It is.
I mean, I would almost say just like attack with one less die rather than
Okay.
like
rather than
early in the
feint.
conflict. I think it's actually better.
Okay.
So which card is this? I'm sorry.
Card number 2.
Yes.
Attack.
What did we decide? Attack again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you're at no penalty for maneuver. So maybe Steven maneuvers in the second round to set up Ermintrude in the third to just like take it home with a big attack. That's another option. I feel like feint early is going to be bad because they're not likely to defend, which is where we really want to do it.
Mm.
Okay.
So maybe Ahab makes space for Ermintrude in the second round, and then she goes big on the third.
Sure.
And
Okay.
maybe we can, like disarm some of their cool weapons or something.
Nice.
With a good maneuver.
Anyone else have like the
So-
Darkest Dungeon Bowden music like in their head while they're doing this?
I don't want to get too stressed out, so I'm going to try and not imagine that music. That music has dark. Ugh.
One might even say the darkest.
It's pretty deep. in
Okay,
there.
so just so I have it clear, I have Eisensie going first, followed by Ahab, followed by Ermintrude.
Correct.
Cool. I should separate the disposition of my own wolves. Wolf 1.
Prepare to
Wolf
get
2, Wolf
wrecky.
3.
Becky.
And this one's 2, 2, 3. Okay. Cool. Alright, I think we're ready to reveal our first ones. Flip card.
Oh, I figured
Alright.
it out again. No,
Oh no, I'm sorry, I did it for you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
It's fine. We're good.
Okay, so maneuver versus attack as a versus one. So let's describe what this would look like. So the wolves are taunting you guys, like patrolling around, prodding for your defenses. Where you're weakest. Who's the weakest to attack? Trying to get an advantage.
For my part, Isensi is just like waiting to like see some kind of pattern in their movements, and then I'm using this like firebomb thing to like deny space. So like if they're trying to like run through this one little clearing, I'm just like,
Yeah.
Well, it kind of makes sense.
One darts.
They'd be like closing in on one of us. Like maybe it's even you, I sense, because
yeah, definitely.
the rest of us are brandishing obvious weapons, and then you just like strike at this match, light this thing, and throw it down, and they're like, whoa.
Yeah,
Very Junkrat.
definitely. They yeah, you know, you get the sense they really think of you as nothing but prey. But then as soon as you light that fire thing, they're like, oh shit, and they back up. But let's see what happens, right? So let's see what happens with this roll here. This is gonna be a versus test, so the winner wins by the how much as they can beat over on top of the other person.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have an order of might higher than us, so if you beat the tie, remember you succeed even more. You succeed by one more.
Plus one die.
I'm gonna spend Persona on this.
Okay, that'd be cool. I just want to make sure. Okay, this was my maneuver one. Okay, and I want to see what my weapon did. Okay, so two of the wolves are helping this guy, and I get to roll my nature. Are you ready?
Yeah, so I'm rolling fighter untrained, I assume, unless I'm using alchemy to attack. Which I think there is a argument for. I'm just asking. Which
No.
Nope. Okay. So
That's to set up to make the thing. Now you have to throw it. This is it.
okay,
This
cool.
is fighting.
Yeah.
This is
so
attack.
I'm doing fighter untrained, and y'all can help me with fighter.
Oh, can we?
I do that thing.
Yeah, totally.
Right. Eric?
Yes. You can. Just because you're learning it doesn't mean that other people can't help you.
Okay, cool. So let me get my roll going here.
Put your shoulder into it. What are you doing?
I'm like shouting and banging on my shield with my flail, and it'll like scare a wolf in the direction where he's going to be throwing the firebomb.
Oh yeah. You're kind of corralling him a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I've got 2 helping die plus 1 for my firebomb, and then I'm also bringing in
Persona.
my nature of 2 using my persona,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to use my extravagant trait for myself because this is a very extravagant thing. I don't know. I'm just like I make a big show of it. It's very dramatic.
Yeah.
It's very like wizardly.
Yeah, exactly. It's in my idiom, right? So I'm just like, yes.
Wielder of the sacred
my
fire.
ob is 0.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Are you ready to roll? Because I got my pull ready. We should do it around the same time.
Yeah,
They
so
just
I just rolled.
Oh, you did, nerd. I only got 1 success. So you.
I got 4. I'm going to spend a fate to reroll that 6 as well.
Is there is that 4 and then like plus an additional success for our might?
Yeah, so we're at 6 successes now.
Nice.
Nice.
So we do 5 damage to their, or sorry, no, but those get cut in half because I'm learning, right?
Yes, you are learning fighter.
The
So
successes
that's
get
3
cut in half?
successes
Okay.
minus 1, so we do 2 damage.
Oh man, so you okay. One of the wolves is unable to get out of the way then.
Yes.
Yeah. You just incinerate a wolf.
Look, we've got more meat for our trip.
So
I'm
like
about that.
Ahab and Ermintrude are like fighting them back and
Wait,
kind of
you don't
corralling
cut-
them,
wait a
and then I
second.
just boom and light
Did
one
you
on fire.
did you cut fighter in half? Wait, when you started, did you cut Joannian's right though. That's burning wheel, dude. I think you did 6 damage.
Oh.
Because wait. Because let me understand the math that you did real quick for the fighter test, right? It was untrained, so you roll
Yeah.
half your health.
Half my health. Oh, okay. So there's. So I roll.
Oh, you're thinking of burning wheel. You roll the number, then double the obstacle.
Yeah.
Oh
That's-
no, you
I'm
you just half the starting part.
half rounding up, so I should have rolled 1 less die.
Yeah.
So do you want to just subtract a success? Just take one of my good dice away?
Is that doesn't sound okay? So isn't that? What's the easiest way of subtract? Because I don't want to like say like take away a good success or take away a failure, and it wouldn't matter, right? It depends on. Let's roll it. I'm gonna flip a coin, right? Let's flip a coin.
Okay.
One removes a failure. 1 to 3 removes a failure, or one. Let's just roll. Like, wait, I can roll a 1d2. One is success, 2 is failure. Okay, removes a failure, so you get to keep it.
Great. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So 6 successes.
So you had 6 successes. Never mind. So, dude, you did.
I think we hit 2 of the wolves full on, and then like the third wolf got singed.
Okay, so but Eric, you had 1 success, so I did 5 damage to the wolves.
No, but then you added an additional 1 because of might.
I factored that in to my total. So I did a total of 5 damage.
Got it. So it has 2 left. Okay. So yeah, so it cinches the other one. Nice.
But yeah, some of the wolves just get like fucking lit on fire with lamp oil and are just like, "Wah."
Yeah. And squeal.
They don't die, right? They just
No, they drive off. Yeah, they get driven
Yeah.
off to lick their wounds. There's 1 left. We ready? Yeah,
I think
well
that
done.
means that
Yes.
it's time for engagement number 2, right?
Indeed, I'm ready.
So that's what we said, maneuver?
Yeah, we gotta flip
Yeah.
cards here.
Okay.
Ugh. All right, just my poor old lonely wolf attacking here.
Nice.
Yeah, the others have all like lost
Yeah.
their nerve and been scared off by the big fireball.
Yeah.
So
Get style on.
this is my fighting ability,
Yes.
right? Fighter.
This one's
It says will for maneuver.
Oh, is it Will?
Drive off, maneuver, will in this table.
Yeah, because it's like your wits come into it.
Drive off.
driving off. Maneuver is using will.
Is a will test. Yes. Okay. Cool. Got it. I doesn't even play this game. It's ridiculous. Okay, so my will is 4. Good. Cool. And then I'm getting help from the other 2. Can I
Well,
get
if it's with will, yeah, I'll totally help. So I'm like making
Same.
myself look scary and like shouting at the wolves.
Yeah. You make it look like you have another one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, I'll do it again.
Yeah. Okay, nice. So that's +2. So okay, hang on. I click that test button. I'm testing will. I submit. I have a skill of 4. I have +2 from my allies, and I don't get anything else from like supplies or traits or whatever, right?
You'll get an extra success because of our order of might.
Right. Okay. And I'm not having this because it's not untrained or anything like that. It's just my will.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I think that's it. And what's the ob? 0?
Yeah, because it'll be established when they roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Eric. I am
All right.
ready. So tell me when you are.
All right. I'm ready as well. 3, 2, 1.
Bloof.
All right.
4 successes to your 1. That means that we did an additional 4 damage.
Well, maneuver. You did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got 4 points to spend on either impeding them, gaining position, so either -1 die to their next action, +2 die to our next action, or you can remove one of their weapons by spending 3 of your 4 successes.
Let's see. Hang on.
So impeding costs 1, advantage on the next roll costs 2.
Yep. So you have 4.
Maneuver.
Yeah, you have. So you will have 4 or 5 points to spend.
4 points to spend.
4 points to spend because it's 4. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But +1 because it, yeah. So 4
Order of
total.
might minus their 1 success.
4 total.
Well, I feel like I should spend. God, like what weapon is this one using?
I think I have to tell you. This one was using crushing jaws.
Okay. If I think what I want to do is I want to gain position, which spends 2 of my margins of success, and then spend a 3rd margin of success to impede and give him -1 dice to his next action.
So 2 for impede. Or so wait, 1 to impede and then 2 for gain position.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
we
you
have 1 unspent. But
You have 1 unspent then. Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, so that's like Ermintrude is
3
going to
die
have
differential.
+2, and the wolf is going to have -1.
Yeah.
I think that's a good call.
Cool.
Nice.
So I'm imagining this as being like Like the wolf is like momentarily blinded by this flash of light, and then I'm like right behind it, banging on my shield, and it's like whipping its head back and forth, and then Ermin.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's like trying to. It's now it's trying to like almost drive you guys off because you guys are kind of like turn the tide real quick, and let's see, and this will probably be Ermintrude's trying to see if she can.
Yep. Let's do the thing.
Versus test.
Attack into attack. Independent test?
Yes, this means that we both will succeed. So instead of, you know how versus tests are, you subtract successes from each other, and then the remainder is how much the threshold gets damaged. Attack versus attack means that we just both end up doing damage to each other.
We're just both punching each other in the face simultaneously.
Yep.
That's Ermintrude's favorite. So I am testing fighter. I have a skill of 3. I have 2 die from Ahab's maneuver already.
Yes.
Do I have any extra? Can I claim any extra help?
I can't help.
You're using your Warhammer might give you some benefits.
My Warhammer does give me another die, so I have 3 total die.
And then Ahab can help.
With fighter?
Yes.
So I have 4 additional die. The ob is 0?
Yep, because the ob's going to be determined based on my roll.
No, there's just no... You just do straight damage to each other.
Got it.
Oh, that's right. There's, but I think in terms of testing, though,
Or not versus.
but in terms of counting this as a check, it doesn't count against anything because it's 0, or maybe it's 1.
We're ignoring each other and just fire.
I am ready.
All right, I'm ready as well. 3, 2, 1. 1 success.
Oh my goodness!
Jeez.
Playing to that goal, I guess.
I think Ermintrude is meeting that goal, right? Yeah.
I like let out like this bellow, and I swing my Warhammer and hit it in like the ribs.
Yeah.
And it makes this yelping noise and probably limps away to its charred companions.
Oh, absolutely. Good job, everybody.
It doesn't die right here, but it's gonna die in its cave.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
you guys.
I told you there was something off about those rats. We're good at this.
Yeah.
Aye, we have slain many a man.
Okay. Yeah. You guys suffer just so it's a total of 5 to 0. So in terms of the final conflict, it's an extremely minor compromise. So that's a good job that you actually I don't know, you guys succeeded extremely well.
Did we take damage?
You took one point of damage from that last round.
Yeah, it took like one little.
Yeah. So that would have been the difference between the flawless victory.
Oh, that's because the attacks are independent?
Yeah.
Right, okay, got it.
So I did a total of 7 successes, and it did 1. Which is my dynamite.
All right.
So compromise.
I think the easiest minor compromise here would be, I think, I'm wondering who would be the best person for this, but I feel like one of you guys is just angry for this. I'm thinking it's Ermintrude, only because, then you had to I don't know, just like, at least it wasn't rats, but it got to you. So I think that would be the easiest compromise, is that you get angry.
Angry. Yeah, maybe I have some battle rage.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah. Because I'm feeling myself right now, but maybe I can't turn back down.
There's just all that adrenaline, and you're just like,
like who wants
really
some?
into it, and then it's over.
I'll smash you too.
Ermintrude, do you have armor?
Yes.
Do you want to
I
try
have leather armor?
You want to try to negate that bite?
oh,
Yes.
this is a good point.
How can I do such a thing?
Okay, so when you're wearing armor, I think you roll a d6, and then I think you want to not get low on it, or I think you want to roll less than a 5 or a 6.
I want to roll less.
I think you just want to roll a success, and you succeed on the
Oh, is it that way? Yeah, it might be that
and then
way.
if you get a 1, your armor is damaged.
Not leather. I don't think leather can be damaged.
Or leather doesn't even suffer that. So you just want to roll a success on 1d6.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll d6. Damn.
All right, so here's how it works. So, in a fight, you roll a d6. On a 4+, you reduce the attack or feint by 1 success. If you fail, your opponent attacks unhindered. So now they got you.
Yeah.
All right, so it got you in a little bit of a nip in a fleshy spot. All right. So no, you do. It's a minor compromise. And I think that's like how it. It probably got you somewhere. Yeah. Okay. So you're angry.
It like bit your leg a little bit, and your armor is scuffed up, and you're just all like battle raging.
It didn't hurt you or
Yeah.
anything, but yeah, you're just raging. Okay. Nice guys, good job. Fucking crush those wolves, man. Good job.
I completed my goal.
All right, now that whole conflict cost a grind. And
I feel like it's interesting, like what costs a grind, because it's like we fight off an entire group of wolves, 1 grind. We like talk to some people, 1 grind.
yeah, yeah. It's
You should get in more fights. It's obviously
no conflicts.
Incredibly effective.
Conflicts are an incredibly efficient way to get a lot of tests done.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Good job.
I think I like shake off my arms and I say, let us press on. This advantage and use it to fuel us.
One more thing. While you guys are, there's some kind of like reflecting type snow on the ground here. The closer you guys kind of start like picking yourselves up and walking. Maybe you guys were like so concerned with the wolves now, or maybe that now that the sun has shifted just ever so slightly, the scintillating pattern kind of hits this ground here. It's almost like glitter or sparkles here and there on the ground.
Sparkle snow.
It's but
does it seem mystical?
It does.
I would like.
It's not snow. So like you guys would be familiar with the concept of snow blindness. It's not like that light hitting the sun, the snow doing it. It's like looking at like a bubble. It's almost scintillating. Like it makes it's almost like a prism.
Well,
It's prismatic.
I will consider my curiosity piqued, and I am going to use my spell Wisdom of the Sages. Shed some light on this.
Okay. Do you know what Wisdom of the Sages does?
So I have like a quick note in my character sheet, but I don't have the full rules of it. But it's basically like a spell for detecting magic, reading languages, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But if you can just maybe double check the rules for me.
Yeah, if you want. Okay. If you want to do that, do you want to do that before you just like immediately right now, or do you want to like go examine this stuff, or are you just immediately be like, nope, spell time?
Well, yeah, I see this thing. I'm like, there's something strange about this, and like I sense they just like can't help themselves. Like they go towards it, they like walk towards it, and they're really like fixated, and they like reach out to like touch it and handle it.
You pick it up.
Just kind of starts to happen.
You pick it up. It's like the size of like a little bit smaller than like your fingernail, but You pick it up, you hold it, and kind of put it to the light. It's got a nice like firmness to it. It's a scale.
Oh, okay, extra interesting. Yeah, so then totally looking at the magic of this thing. Then some weird reptilian scale, not snow.
Yeah, it's definitely some kind of like reptilian scales have been shed around this area. I'm trying to find Wisdom of the Sages wherever the magic section is in this book. Wisdom of the Sages. There it is. You want to know. This just helps you comprehend languages.
Oh, it's just languages.
Yeah, similar.
Okay.
Yeah, language groups. To speak or comprehend a foreign or alien tongue.
Okay, well, never mind then.
Yeah.
Can I just use something like Lore Master or Arcanist or
Lore Master
Lord?
would. I think Lore Master would work, especially because this is a magical creature.
Okay, great. Yeah. So let's roll
So,
that then.
Yeah.
No traits or help or anything. What's the ob for figuring out the nature of this thing?
It shouldn't be that difficult. Lore Master. I mean, this is a. I think this would be an ob 1 because it's a folktale.
Okay, cool. I do not succeed. I don't know what the hell this is.
I am like stomping around the clearing,
Is any?
like swiping my hammer through the snow for like no fucking reason.
That's
I'm just
fair.
like, what is this?
So that okay. I mean, well, testing Lore Master here affects the grind and stuff too now. Yeah. No, you have no idea what it is, but it's scattered all over this area.
Yeah, and I probably like waste some time like looking at it and really like I'm trying to figure it out and like racking my brain thinking of like weird stories. And just drop it.
I think I'm gonna do it this way actually. I'm gonna give it to you with a condition instead because I think it'd be more interesting I think to do it that way around. So you get it. These are the scales of a wormling dragon. So dragons grow pretty quick. You know stories that baby dragons, kind of like bears, like to scratch up things and kind of like shake off some of their molting scales. And especially baby ones have a very vibrant, scintillating or prismatic color scales, regardless of the color of dragon. So this is definitely wormling scales.
Cool. And what condition do I get?
You know that these could be valuable to some people. And I think you would just get hungry and thirsty. You've been drinking water. You're hungry.
Okay, cool.
Alex in chat mentions that some would argue that all of creation is written in the language of the immortal lords. And screw you, you dice weasel. Just kidding.
Not the rules.
I love Alex. Alex is a player in my other game. He's so nice.
And so yeah, I sense he like has these scales and then they just say like worm scales. They're young, I've been around here. Looks like more than one.
And I snarl that worms don't have scales, you idiot. And I'm thinking of like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like narrow my eyes at you. Dragons. Lumbering oaf. Like give you a little shove. Dragons.
I shove you back. Like I'm ready to fight.
All my shit like rattles and like I have all these like clanking, trinkets and oddments and stuff. And I'm just like,
I step in and I just yell, "Calm yourselves. I sense he. Is it nearby? If we make noise, will it descend upon us? We were victorious in our last engagement, but let us not grow too complacent."
well, if they're younger here, then surely a parent watches over this area. And these don't seem like super recent, right? Like, there's just
No, they
lots of them
seem
around.
pretty old. Yeah.
Yeah,
There would be more of them scattered around if it was really recent.
it's been some time. Maybe they've moved on. Maybe that they've grown too large and left, or moved on to other activities and pursuits. But
The young of a worm would be a fitting tribute to the lords of the deep.
there's great power in the eggs of dragons.
Indeed. Indeed, I sense. You are wise. Ah,
I mutter idiot under my breath.
we should press on, despite our current disposition.
Okay. So yeah, so you guys were walking and you got that stuff kind of cut up and you were traveling for a while now. It's getting to be around the sun's going down now, it's like it's getting close to sunset, especially now that you're getting near the shadows of these peaks where the sun's going to hit and it's going to get dark soon. You're going to be in a lot of shade. you guys want to keep pressing towards the mountain? Is your goal to get to the top of the mountain, or just to the base of it?
My goal is the peak.
Okay.
Yeah.
He wants to do the most epic thing he can.
Well, like, it's not like, come on, like, what's a goal to like reach the base of the mountain? It's like, no.
What if that's where the thing is? But anyways, I respect your goal.
The peak is way cooler though.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
suitably Ahab Barbosa of you
Yeah.
to want to go to the peak.
Okay.
Like, we don't have any checks yet.
I have one.
We have one.
Oh,
You have one?
yeah. You use the arcane sight against himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should probably camp then. Because one of us is angry and we have a check.
And I have the hunger, and we could prepare the rations potentially.
True.
I feel like we want to earn one more check though, so we can do both of those things.
Okay. I guess the next thing that will happen in the grind is that Ermintrude and I will get hungry, thirsty, and you will get what?
Angry,
Angry?
or is it afraid? I can't remember which one's next.
Let's see.
No.
It's
Exhausted.
Oh, I go exhausted.
Yes.
Well, that's real bad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Exhausted's
let's
rough.
camp. No, you're right. You're right. We should just camp, and
Okay,
we'll do what we can.
All right. Yeah, I guess Barbosa probably makes the call. He's looking at the cliffs and he's looking at the darkness of the forests ahead, and he says, it's been a challenging, trying day. We would do better if we took a moment to rest our bodies and our minds in order to press on the morrow.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, I start gathering driftwood and putting together a fire. And do any of us have cooking? Is that a thing? Are any of us
Cooking is a skill, especially if you want to extend out those rations and stuff into a meal for you guys.
I don't have it.
I have garlic to give me an extra die on cooking, so I could do it untrained and maybe manage.
Yeah, we gotta do that, and then like smoke up these elk meats with some garlic up, and then smoke them up.
All right. Well,
I dig that. All right. So first thing first, I actually roll for a camp event.
yeah. Let's see how this goes.
All right. That means I roll on a sub table.
Not subtables. We're one standard deviation away from the center on 2d6.
The horror.
Not a 4.
Oh, that sucks.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yep. As this, quite literally, as the sun comes down, the bugs come out. Huge gnats and flies and mosquitoes, and you can't camp. They just start getting on things, and you have to get going. They drive you from your camp.
We just straight up can't camp. Like we set down our stuff, and then like we
You're like,
set it
"Let's
down
do it."
in a pile of gnats, and they just all go.
Yeah, it doesn't destroy anything. It doesn't harm you, anything like that. But the bugs and stuff outside just get to you.
We do lose our check, though, right?
You do lose your check.
Wait, holy shit!
Horseshit.
That is
Yeah,
like
that's-
the literal worst.
Yeah. You can't just like get close to things and then yeah.
I'm gonna need about tree fitty horse shits and chat if you have the emote.
Yeah, and but I think though, do you have to successfully complete camp in order to refresh the grind though? That's a good question. Or does
I don't know.
like,
I'm amazed that it uses up my check.
Yeah,
That to me seems brutal.
that is harsh.
well, I think the camp, in terms of the procedure, I think it's enters camp, roll on table, event unfolds, exit camp phase, or then camp macro goes on, and then ends that loop. And I think
Yeah.
if something kicks you out of that first camp phase, I think that camp phase ends, and that just.
Oh, I don't
wastes your
think you're
check.
wrong, Eric. I just think that this game is mean.
Some horse shit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that sucks. Okay, that's it.
So I'm fucking pissed now.
Yeah.
I was angry before. I was battle raging before, but now I'm like also like legitimately pissed off.
Has your battle rage like sunk into your bones, like some deep seated just like anger at the universe now?
Yeah, I'm like super tense. I'm stomping through the forest. I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we should find this wherever it is we're going. Maybe there will be somewhere safer nearby.
Wait, do we or do we not reset the grind?
It does.
Or having... Okay.
Camp resets turn count.
Okay.
That at least is good. Very well. We press on. Perhaps later we will find a more suitable encampment with fewer of these insects. Quick, up the slopes. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will lead the way.
Wait, I might have rolled the wrong table, guys. I might be
Wait.
I might be a complete idiot and rolled the wrong table. I might have rolled a disaster table, as chat's pointing out. 'Cause that's completely
Felt pretty disastrous.
It totally is.
Camp.
Oh no. So it's still vermin and bugs, but they spoil food for one character. So it's just as bad.
When you say spoil food for one character,
I think it's like we pull out the elk and like one leg of it is just like infested with maggots. And we're just like, whoa, damn, that was quick. We
so how
toss
many
that.
how many rations did we lose?
One, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So you have to
So
like
I will remove one.
yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was like the food held by one character or one character's worth of food.
Okay. No, it's rations for one person. So if you guys had that, you already chopped up that stuff from meat, right? So this is one of those chunks of meat is bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you still have your check.
I pull all of it out of my pack and I get to that one and I like curse and I just hurl it into the woods. I don't say anything to anybody about why I do this. I'm just like, ah.
I think we all know, like, you get like this sometimes. Okay. I mutter something to Isenzi about sacrifice for the sharks again.
Throw her to the sharks next time.
I whip around. What did you say to me?
I didn't say anything to you. And then I just like strike off into the woods. I'm gonna try to like navigate our way to the peak of the mountain because
we get to camp.
Yeah, we get to camp.
Yeah,
now,
you actually
right?
get to camp though. Yeah.
Yes. So it just the only penalty instead of chasing us.
Oh,
off,
I see. Is
like,
that
spoiled one?
okay? My bad. Cool.
Yeah,
So
no, that
now
was
I'm
my
gonna try to
problem.
cook
I had to
the rest.
retcon that. I'm sorry because I rolled the wrong table.
Cool.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna try to cook what meat is left and
Yeah.
good,
Okay. Yeah.
so that some of it will be, so it won't rot, and then we'll eat some of it.
Okay. So you want to cook. You basically want to cook one of the rations into multiple rations.
Well, like all we have right now is raw meat, right? So we're trying to turn
Yeah,
it
is there a
into
way for me to just make it so this doesn't all rot and continue to be a horrible problem?
Yeah. Essentially, that would be preserving your rations, converting fresh to preserved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me find the obstacle for that. That's definitely something you can do. You want to preserve what? How much of it do you want to go into preserved? Do you just want to like turn one? You have five food. You have 5 things of fresh raw meat right now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you want to cook it, and you can cook it and make it into fresh rations, right? Or you can make it into preserved rations, which last.
I think just fresh rations is fine because those last like a while, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I just want to no longer have to deal with any bad consequences of us having a bunch of bloody meat going on.
Okay.
That's the main thing.
So you want to turn fresh rations into a meal for the whole party?
Yeah.
Okay. Then that would be an Ob 2 cooking test.
Great. And cooking is based on will.
Yes.
And I'm doing beginner's luck.
Helping for cooking suggested is alchemist or laborer.
I have laborer. But I sense he's being a little heifer. I don't know.
I'm just like, so you like throw this meat out and we have this little like verbal exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw you to the sharks, whatever, and you're like, what did you say? I'm like, I'm not talking to you. And then I sense he like sits down and it's just like, all right, we need to eat. Will you help me make food?
I scowl at you. I huff and I say, well, you're incapable of doing anything practical by yourself, so I guess I must.
Great. And I like break off one of my cloves of garlic from this big string of it that's around my neck. And maybe like Ermintrude and I like chop the meat and like stuff garlic cloves into it and spit it over a fire or whatever.
Yes. All right. Yeah, you spend your check making these meals, and you're using your garlic as supplies for a test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Does it deplete my whole garlic?
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool.
So wait, this costs a check?
This
Yeah,
costs.
this is our-
Yeah. No. This costs one of the checks that he earned for camp to cook and convert this meal into everything. He only has
Right.
one,
And
and
we
he's
only have
spending it
one,
on.
so-
Yeah, he's spending it on making.
So we're gonna leave our dwarf angry.
Yeah.
Damn.
Better than all of us being hangry. Am I right? Am I right?
Uh,
That is true. We are preventing future hanger at the cost of current anger. All right.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this roll. So Ermintrude is helping me with labor. Ahab is no help.
Nope.
And what's my ob?
2.
2. Okay, well beginner's luck is strong with me.
Aced it. Perfect.
Also, my current nature is 1. So what does that mean in terms of me learning skills?
I believe it has to equal. It's not necessarily your current. I think it's your max nature. that you
Max
have to
nature.
hit.
Okay, cool. Which is still 4.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that only matters if you're learning from mentor, because mentor plays off current nature.
Right, because they have to like overcome your nature. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That goes
see
off.
it.
That goes off the nature that gets taxed. But I think you're like what, 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 4 right now?
I'm at 1 out of 4 right now.
Yeah, I think you have to beat your max nature in order to actually learn something.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, we can look that up in a little bit.
So, Nadia, do you want to adjust the meat to be rations now?
Current maximum
Okay.
nature is right.
so we have what?
So you've converted you converted 1 piece of fresh ration into 3 rations. You multiplied it.
So I've got 3 fresh rations, and I have space. I could put 1. I'm just gonna say cooked rations. So cooked rations, and I have space for second cooked rations.
And the rest of this is just like
Small
boiled
stack
meat.
as well.
Yeah, you kind of just like cook, you just kind of boil
Just
the
like
meat.
roast it over the fire.
Yeah, exactly. It's roasted over the fire, but there's a couple of them that are like well off with garlic and stuff.
Yeah, and yeah. So I'm gonna eat one
it's
of
no
them.
longer raw. But yeah.
And you're gonna eat one of them right away.
Yeah, because I am hungry.
Okay, cool. So I now have 2 cooked rations and 4 raw.
No, they're fictionally cooked, but yeah, they're not split up into other rations. Like he spent his check to divide 1 ration into 3 rations, basically. That's what you do with cooking.
Oh, okay. So I just get rid of 1.
Yeah.
Got
Nice.
it.
Yeah, I made our food go a little further.
I get it. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
That's what I get for shit posting in chat. Great.
Yeah.
Tristeray, an inveterate shit poster.
Look,
High above,
Hey.
yeah.
yeet the meat though. I could not.
high above the camp. We kind of zoom out from camp. High above, we see the sign of the goat twinkling above. A meteor shower starts, and we're going to go to our next break. We'll be back in 5 minutes, everybody.